Hi beautiful one, welcome back. It's nice to spend time with you here in this virtual space. In the last episode, I mentioned how going to Amma had rekindled my urge to serve more fully in the world. Today I'm going to be talking about that and how it relates to my nonprofit organization, Living Paradise. Awesome, let's get started. Intro. What's up, meow meow? Can you chill with the noise making? Thank you. I love you. Last week I went to see Amma, who, if you don't know who she is, she's known as the Hugging Saint from India. She's my guru. There's more information in this video here about that, and I'm going to put her link below to her nonprofit organization and all the great work that she does in the world. It was the first time that I'd gotten to see her in a few years, since before my little sister's death. And it was really wonderful to be there in her presence, to be able to just bathe in the love. It was very healing and inspiring for me. And it reminded me of who I want to be in this world, how I want to be, and helped show me many of the ego patterns that I've been caught up in, feeling sorry for myself or sabotaging myself. And being in her presence and seeing how she approaches the world and just serves, and the great projects that she has, the multitude of people that she's helped around the world through her service work. It all really rekindled an urge within me to serve the world more fully, to quit allowing ego patterns to get in the way and prevent me from doing what I really would like to be doing in the world. For those of you who don't know, I've been running a small grassroots nonprofit organization since 2003. It's gone through a couple of name changes over the years, but its last incarnation is I know, you need the window. And its current incarnation is called Living Paradise. I chose that name because I believe we are living in paradise. We were gifted paradise, and we've been absolutely destroying it through greed and ignorance. And it's absolutely critical that we return to living on earth in that manner, treating her like the paradise that she is, living in relationship with her instead of using her as a resource. My nonprofit's mission has always been to help people wake up, live in a more conscious manner, and learn how to treat each other and the planet with love, honor, and respect. Come here, you can sit in my lap. Yeah. That's my girl. Yeah. So I've done this through many different projects over the years, including a Venice Eco Village project where we were helping people in Venice, California learn to live more sustainably, different workshops and classes and events over the years where there might be entertainment but also education. One of my favorites was called One. We produced that for a short while in Los Angeles in around 2005, and it was a really incredible event. It was a Wednesday night party, weekly at first, and then monthly for a little while, where we started with an open mic spoken word poetry, which was just mind-blowing. The people that would come up each week were just incredible. So much talent, so much awareness and consciousness and light and beauty. It was incredible. And then we would go into DJs and dancing for the rest of the evening. We served raw foods and smoothies, and we had eco-conscious and sustainable vendors outside. And we had information tables set up about the projects that we were running and educating and asking for funding. It was a really magical night. I absolutely loved it. Everyone that came was always amazed by the intense open heart feeling that permeated the space and everyone in it. Another project I was working on is called Intentional. It's a documentary series about intentional communities with the plans to do at least one entire season, of which 2 episodes have been produced so far. But everything fell apart for me and for Living Paradise a few years ago. My little sister passed away from ovarian cancer 3.5 years ago, and while it was intense, I thought that I was going to be okay with it. I've experienced a lot of death in this lifetime and worked with Kali and the Divine Dark Mother, and thought that I was comfortable with death as just a doorway to another lifetime, another experience. And for 1 year after her death, I did feel okay. It was challenging, and I missed her, and I grieved for her, but I went on with my life. I produced the first 2 episodes of Intentional and had a partner who was helping me to film Intentional and grow Living Paradise, and I was gearing up for really launching Living Paradise to the next level. Then we did a crowdfunding campaign which was minimally successful, and I found extremely disappointing considering what I feel to be the value of the work that we were doing. With climate change and the current chaotic shit show which is Western civilization, I feel that living in true community, finding true community, building true community is vital at this point in time. It's the only way humanity is going to survive what's headed for us. And then my right-hand man, who had been training for 6 months, decided he didn't want to do it anymore. My van had broken down. I didn't have the funds to get it fixed at that point in time. I was trapped in a friend's driveway. And that's when my little sister's death actually hit me a year later. And I let go of everything. I became overcome with disappointment and despair for how human beings are choosing to manifest themselves on this planet at this time, and the overwhelming feeling that climate change is going to completely kick our asses because those who have the power and the money to actually make a difference are too focused on accruing more power and money and could care less about most of us. So I gave up. I gave up on everything. I gave up on humanity. I gave up on making a difference. I gave up on helping save the world. I just gave up. And I've been living in that space for the last 2.5 years, just doing things because it seemed like a good idea, and going places because it seemed like a good idea, but not really having the passion or the caring or the compassion that I once did. Just kind of running around and grasping at things, which was extremely unpleasant, and ended up leading me to this crash landing here in Texas at my mom's house, where my bus is broken down and I have no ability to go anywhere else and have to sit and face everything within myself and within the world and come to terms with it and decide who and what I want to be in this world. Do I want to be caught up in ego patterns, or do I want to be aligned with divine will? Spending time with Amma this week reminded me of the divine will for this little blue cobalt thing and what I'd like to accomplish in the world to help this earth and humanity and all the life forms on this planet. I've been contemplating Living Paradise, contemplating service to the world, what I would want it to look like if I did it again, what I feel would actually make a difference or seems important to me at this point, what brings me joy. So I'm rebirthing Living Paradise. For one, I'm going to start filming Intentional again, but I'm interested in shopping it to Netflix or Amazon and getting some real funding behind the project, as well as getting some major distribution to a much wider audience. You can watch the first episode of Intentional for free. The link is up here. The second episode will be available online for sale again soon. I'm also going to be focusing on a tree planting initiative called Breathe. With climate change barreling down on us and thousands of acres of trees being cut down around the world every day, I feel like planting trees is one of the most important things that we could possibly do. I'm currently researching tree planting services that already have the initiative and know-how that I can partner with to accomplish this, but would also love to purchase or get land donated in prime areas for rebuilding or starting new forest. And I'm going to be rebirthing one, which I'm extremely excited about. I'm planning on rebirthing it as a morning dance event. I'd like to have it as a Saturday morning dance event. I'm currently looking for a location in Houston. It's going to be an alcohol-free, drug-free, conscious dance music event in the beautiful daylight with raw foods and juices and smoothies, educational information, and info about how people can help us make a difference in the world. I'm planning on hosting and DJing the event in the beginning because I have a really clear vision of the tone that I want to set. But we'll be looking for DJs and musicians who see the vision and can transmit the vibe. I want people to be enveloped in unconditional love and a true sense of oneness while they're at this experience. And I'm going to launch a new project focused on climate change, on education and fundraising for tree planting and other initiatives. It's a project that I've been thinking about for over 10 years, and I think the time is right now for it to be in the world. I can't tell you the name yet because it's super secret, at least for a little while, but you'll find out soon. I will probably announce it here first. If any of this resonates with you and you'd like to find out how you can volunteer and help make a difference in the world, comment below or message me through one of the social media platforms. I'd really love to hear from you. Together we're going to make a better world. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you very, very much, and I hope that you are having a beautiful, beautiful day. Peace.